turtle inside. It's just so cute. This man decided he calls me. Do I don't answer that? I don't. He doesn't know. And I'm sitting here thinking, and I figured out how deep this ran. Okay, we've been together for almost 4 years, and this entire transparent names were Bill and Sally. For years I thought that. I found out this year their names are not Bill and Sally. He has a thing about it, and I just do not understand it. So while everybody's a sweetheart, a baby,
technology has come along. Send sentences. To place your phone. If we put it here, checking messages while driving is extremely good. Check out the. Oh, Joe, Shiloh Sanders. Ejected. This is what we're fixing.
All right, here's a proper response to that question. It's been buzzing about when these invisible ears get stuck in your ears, right? Watch this. And again. See, big ear.
Welcome everyone to Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Florida Gators, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Gators will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Gamecocks offense will have the first crack at it in this one. And we've been really eager to see this matchup. This quarterback against an elite defense. Jesse, what does a quarterback have to keep in mind when you face a group like this?
Well, he's just going to have to be dialed in. He's had a lot of success this year so far. This is a different animal than this defense he's playing. He's got to be really good with his decision-making, throwing it, running it, pre-snap, post-snap. You make one mistake against this defense, David, they make you pay.
Yeah, they're a fun defense to watch, and this is a fun challenge for their defense, too, because it's an elite quarterback, right? Like, they can make you look like you're not as good as you've been all season long, so I'm looking forward to seeing this matchup and who wins it.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. The Gamecocks will line it up on 1st and 10. Turning it on! They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well give it to him again. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Guys, let's chat just for a second about South Carolina. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big 4-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line is so important for these college teams. He'll fit right in.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Gamecocks back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. He thought he might turn that into a score, but the defense able to wrestle him down short. They'll stop him at the 3.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncovered.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Motion from the wide receiver. On 2nd and goal, they go right back to it. Just hammering it with this running back again. He noses his way into the end zone.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They
Well, you got him. Got him jailbroke. They trying to can't jailbreak the HTC Fire Stick. Oh. What's she trying to do? What's she trying to do? Okay. Yeah. Oh, he gave you cash? Oh. All right, I'll cancel. Okay. Okay. All right.
him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TV.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Fielded in the end zone, it's Gandy. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So Florida's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. They are going to be greeted rather rudely, I guess, by a group of defensive linemen that wreak havoc and hunt down quarterbacks, Jesse.
And they wreck games. They take away everything you do offensively. So it's a huge challenge in this one, David, for this offensive coordinator to try to call plays and find ways to get the football away from these big fellas up front because they take games over.
And get the ball out quick. Like when you've got a defensive line that can penetrate, that can get TFLs, get sacks, it's going to be on this offensive line to buy a little bit of time, but also the ball to come out quick, win in the secondary right now.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Fires to the big fella. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. This crowd full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And this has been a struggle for this offense, protecting their quarterback. It's priorities, mission number one, right? Every single game we go into. Last week, I think a lot of the reason they lost was because they gave up so many sacks and hits on their quarterback.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. That ball is caught past the marker, but he is out of bounds, and it'll be 4th down. The Gators will try to pin them back with the punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Makes the catch at the 30. He's got great speed. Turns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Off play action on 1st down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Got him downfield. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up this first period with a huge gain. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. First play of the period, 1st down here. From the shotgun, they'll run it. There he goes! They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
The Gamecocks line it up with a 1st and goal.
Here we go, set.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. The run up the middle, looking for the score. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. They worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window.
Makes the grab, past the marker. Touchdown, South Carolina. The offense puts up 6. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Showing the arm strength to the left. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
Yeah, and the QB tried to use some touch, let that thing hang up in the air. But when you hang it up over the middle of the field, the defenders have a lot of time to go and try to get it and make a play. A lot of guys near the football. Nice job by the defense being in great position.
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man on the right. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half.
That's why as a defense, you feel okay playing man coverage on 3rd down because you know you've got linebackers and you've got players on your defense that can cover these dangerous running backs mano-a-mano. Nice job tackling in the open field.
Hauls it in the 1st down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Gamecocks want to crank the tempo. Looking downfield on 1st down. He's got it down the middle. Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the 1st down. Got to use their time wisely. To the air on 1st down. Hauls it in. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They'll immediately call timeout.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple 1st downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
The Gamecocks with the 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a space. He wants it all. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down.
That is going to give that wide receiver nightmares, man. He was wide open. I don't know if there was a coverage bust on the back end, but that is a play that this dude needs to make.
Throws to the wideout. Touchdown, Gamecocks. They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Fires to the right. And a physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Gets open right in the middle. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, 3rd quarter.
Brings him to the open. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty, and they're just so hard to tackle. And you can see, just does a great job breaking tackles, Does this consistently. That's why he's really hard to stop at the running back spot.
We've reached the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Unleashes to the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. And they've moved closer and closer, and still they need 2 yards, 3rd and goal. They rode their running back, but he could not make it. It'll be 4th down.
Yeah, they're just trying to pound the football into the end zone there on 3rd down. They don't get it. Now it sets up 4th and 1. What do you do here?
Looking for the score. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. From the gun, running back on the move. Very useful run there to get away from the goal line. He'll pick up 4 out to the 6. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Gives it on the option. Oh, gives him the tough stiff arm. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. They're backed up just a little. 1st and 10 from their own 19. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Slithers into space.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on 3rd down. They'll go to the air. Get it out on the screen. He gets across the 25, steered out of bounds at the 26.
And this offense has definitely got to take a second right here and understand this is the most important play of the game. It's 4th down. We got to get the 1st down over the clock and the time running. They got to make sure they get a conversion.
Plows through the defense. They'll stop him short. Just what they needed as they get the ball back to their offense.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. I'm curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tied tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. Motion from the back. Takes it from the gun on third down. Snags it! And he will score! Touchdown Gamecocks! They tackle. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort and tremendous execution.
I love competitive people. I love competitive coaches. I love competitive teams that they know that their job is to go out and get a W no matter where you play. You want to play in the parking lot? We'll go meet you. Great job of this team being ready. Get the W.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. He'll bring it out. It's Woodson. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So the South Carolina Gamecocks offense will have the football first. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well together.
Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Throwing the comeback looks like such a simple throw, but the timing is so important.
And as a quarterback, man, this is all about trusting your guy. You know exactly where he's going to sit it down. You anticipate it. You throw it. You know he's going to come back and make that play for you.
Guys, for just a little bit, let's talk about South Carolina. They've gotten deep into the conference race, sitting on top of the standings right now. That conference championship game is starting to loom large.
It is, and there's so much at stake, right? Like knowing in the 12-team playoff that I have a chance to get a bye, right? If I can win my conference. So a lot at stake. They've done really well. They're at the top of the leaderboard right now, Palmer, but a little bit of the season still left.
Yeah, you got to focus on today. We're at that time of the season where all of us love talking about what's coming up, predicting who that conference championship game is going to be. Can they go to the playoff? It all doesn't matter if you don't win this game today, so you've got to be focused here. This is a massive game.
That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Gamecocks trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have...
Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, South Carolina!
And how about the job by this offense? This is not a scrub defense. This is a top 10 defense in college football. You got to take points whenever you can get them. Nice job putting the drive together, putting 6 on the board. No matter how it looks, you just got to keep fighting with this squad.
And the point after is good. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Bulldogs offense will take the field for the first time. And greeting them as a linebacking core in the business of disruption, tackling with aggression. Any suggestions on how to work around it?
Yeah, I think you pray. These linebackers are fast, they're physical, and my favorite part is they don't like people. Like, they are trying to make physical tackles, and it starts with them in this defense against the run, blitzing, against the pass. They're all over the field, Palmer.
Yeah, and I think for this offense, you want to be able to establish the run. I think the big key for them is going to be working the double teams in the zone game and getting into the second level. You have got to try and cover these linebackers up and get a hat on them. If you don't, they're going to run free, and they're going to destroy your game plan.
Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. From the gun, the running back has it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground.
Oh, he's got some space. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. And the Bulldogs headed quickly to the line.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Back open in the middle. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Extra point here will tie the game.
Yeah, and he did a really good job selling this, dropping back to pass, waiting a little bit of time, and giving his running back a chance to run down the field. He runs the wheel route, he's open, throws a strike, gets in for the touchdown.
Returner's going to try to see what he can get. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Direct snap. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Wants to fire on second down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Final play of the quarter coming. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see if someone can get the edge in the second quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Out of bounds at the 33, but not before the big pickup for the ground game. The Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Offense now working in the red zone. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And they get nothing. The ball remains at the 2-yard line. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. On to attempt the try.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. His drive will open from the 15. Rides the back on the option to give. How about that weight room work he's showing off there as he gets across the 20? They'll mark it short to keep this drive moving. Just feeds the running back. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. The inside handoff. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Mississippi State comes out after picking up the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The give. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where are you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
And the Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. The RPO, fire complete to the left. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on third down here. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong that they can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. He uncorks a bullet to the right. He's got it! Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line.
And that has got to be a coverage bust on defense. There is no way the receiver should have been allowed to be that open deep down the field. Somebody on defense blew their assignment.
He's got the back in the middle. Good pick up a little bit short of the sticks.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They'll go up top on 2nd and short. Fires into the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down. And the Gamecocks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Wants to throw again. Tight end finds a soft spot. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. The Gamecocks have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to slam it in. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2.
A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy, did they ever take advantage.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.